Now we'll assess the genetic side of things. The genetic component of male pattern baldness is complex and involves multiple genes that differ for everyone. In order to gain an understanding of the genetic side, it would need to be broken down. Our bodies have something called androgen receptors. These receptors are like little locks that are found in different parts of our body, including the hair follicles on our scalp. Androgen receptors are there to receive signals from hormones called androgens. A specific androgen, which you may now be familiar with, is called dihydrotestosterone, DHT. This can attach to these androgen receptors on the hair follicles. When DHT attaches to the androgen receptors, it can cause some changes that affect the hair growth cycle. In people who are genetically predisposed to hair loss, the presence of DHT can make the hair follicles become smaller and weaker over time. This makes it harder for new hair to grow back as the old hair falls out. Eventually, the hair follicles may stop producing new hair altogether, leading to hair thinning and hair loss. The inheritance pattern for androgenetic alopecia is complicated and not fully understood, but it appears to be polygenic to scientists, which means that multiple genes are involved in determining whether or not someone will develop the condition. Research has also suggested that there may be an X-linked inheritance pattern, which means that the gene for hair loss is located on the X chromosome and can be passed down from either the mother or the father. So, to debunk the myth that looking at your father or mother's side of the family exclusively as a way to measure what direction your hair loss will go will not necessarily be accurate. This is something commonly discussed online, but now there is evidence that it comes from both parents. It's not advised to take hair loss action purely based on how your father looks or the male siblings of your mother, thinking that the same will be for you. However, you could determine what side it's coming from if there is stark differences in hair loss between them. But that knowledge won't really help you achieve much apart from perhaps seeing what the duration of their hair loss process was like.